Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to A Story Beside, where we have joined Lyric. We've just snooped around the whole village and we are just about to join our mother, who I think might be below, to see what she might need for the festival. But let's see what this is, because it may not be our mother. Oh, nope. Oh, don't mind. It's our grandmother. Oh, don't mind me, dear. You know how your Nana likes to fuss over seating arrangements before a big village dinner. Is anyone special coming? Planning to come tonight? Is anyone special? My dear, the whole village will be in attendance, but I suppose you meant anyone out of the ordinary. I'd be most surprised if any of those adventurers at the inn decided to join us, too wrapped up in their own affairs as usual. We're expecting Mr. Byrne, the guardsman who just moved into the old cabin on the cliff. Rumor has it the two of you have met. Yes, I don't think he likes me very much, or my friends. There's plenty of time to make a second impression, dear. All the time in the world. If he decides to stay here in Pyrelight, that is. Anyway, dear, where would you prefer to sit? With your little friends as usual, or will you charm us family members with your company? Let's sit with family. I'll sit with you and my parents this time. Maybe next to Isla? A pleasant surprise. I'll take that into account. Now go ahead, run along and play. Your Nana can handle the place settings. Okay, so she's setting up the tables, so we still need to go find my mother. The Sleepy Dragon. Oh, I love that name. Warm beds and brews for weary travelers. Oh, and the little...
What's there to say of the Sleepy Dragon? Suppose most folks would mark it a humble inn on a little hill. But to my family, Mum and Dad, Nana, my sister and me, it was our castle, our livelihood, my home.
Alright. I was gonna say, look at the little dragon that's up on the, like the archway. Okay, let's go in. Oh, hello. Can't be distracted just now, Heart. Your old man falls off the stepladder. He's not getting back up anytime soon. Okay. And stars. Do these windows need washing? Okay. I think I have a sister. Kitty cat. I see a kitty cat. There you are, Lyric. Your father said you wouldn't be far behind him. Been busy today, have you? Yeah, I guess so. I was playing heroes and slimes with my friends. Oh, well, you managed to avoid most of the cooking, but I could use yours and Isla's help dishing up. Dinner's nearly ready to serve. Come talk to me soon when you're ready to give your darling mother a hand, okay? Kitty cat, kitty cat. Oh my gosh. Even when it's warm outside, you never stray too far from the fireplace, do you, Stormy? Good kitty. That purring was just lovely. Hello? Sister, I'm assuming?
Isla's my sister, but comparisons only flatter the one of us. She's older, for one, friendlier, cleverer, and far more talented. Oh, and very pretty. Cannot forget that. Nobody else ever did.
Oh, hey, Minnow. I wasn't sure I'd see you before dinner. Figured Dad would have put you to work after your little adventure.
Huh?
Does the whole village know about that already? What did you expect? Gossip moves fast when you can count your neighbors on two hands, especially gossip about a new villager. Kelsey told her folks he was pretty nasty to you. Is that true? Well, no, I think it was justified. He wasn't that mean. Not really. He was mad, but only because we went in his house and broke a bottle. Kelsey's just being dramatic. Poor Kelsey, I am not Kelsey's friend today. What a surprise. Listen, Minnow, I know she's your best friend and all, but Kelsey sure is a brat sometimes. Anyway, did you want to practice on the piano? Sure, I'll practice. I should practice that song you've been teaching me. Whenever you're ready, you remember the first few notes, don't you? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm playing it. There you go. The notes are sounding good, but it looks like you still need to work on your hand placement. Here, why don't you shift over a bit? I'll fill in the harmony and we can play together. Watch my hands. It's so cute. I feel like we've done so much today before helping. We're just procrastinating helping our mom, I think is what's happening. Your form is improving every day. I think you'll be better than me before too long. Maybe even better than Ma'am.
Huh?
I don't know. I can't even play both parts yet. Well, that's what practice is for, Minnow. You've got to keep at it. And speaking of practice, I should get back to mine. Okay. Alright, so I hope I can play that well someday. Okay, there's the cat. Let's say hi again. Okay, and then let's go upstairs. Wow, so many things. Nana always keeps her door locked when we have guests. I don't think she trusts adventurers very much. Another cat? Oh, Shadow. Nana would kill you if she found you sleeping on one of the guest beds. How did you even get in here? Guests don't stay in this room very often, but Nana says it's important to always have clean bed sheets and fresh drinking water anyway. Ralph Silverwind, warrior, penned on the 6th of Star Month. Whenever the call to adventure brings my party to these distant mountains, admittedly not all that often, we are very happy to stay at the Slothful Dragon. Well, he was close. The innkeepers are cordial and eager to please, but more importantly, they know to respect the space and privacy any true adventurers will need after a demanding journey. My companions and I have shared more than one soul-bearing conversation in this modest chamber, and have hitherto never been harassed or interrupted. The food is decent as well, if a little plain by capital city standards. All in all, the sluggish dragon is a pleasant place to rest your heroic limbs at the end of your latest quest. Well, it was a good review, if the name was wrong 2 times in a row. These adventurers were so rude to Ma'am when they came in, barely said anything to her at the door. Well, I do declare. Ma'am hates this cloak. It's ancient, but Dad refuses to get a new one. Rain was pouring down in heavy sheets. Isabel watched it through the tavern windows, listening to the thunderous sounds of clanging steel and wild cheers as the soldiers filled the city. The Red Knights had finally returned from their glorious campaign, and at long last her wait was over. He must have been among the first through the west gate, for mere moments later the old oak doors flung open. A familiar figure stood in the doorway, chiseled, somehow even more handsome than she remembered him, glistening in the rain. She let out a low moan and was in his arms before she could stop herself. It had been an entire year, and she couldn't contain her passion any longer. She stopped kissing him just long enough to breathe a single word, causing his eyes to shine with desire. "Upstairs," she whispered. I wonder what was upstairs. Ma'am never read me this book. Books stacked on books, full of sheet music. I bet Ma'am has most of it memorized by now. I think that they're like a very musical family. We have this really nice piano. Isla's Top Secret Diary, 19 Star Month. Tonight's the big night. Ma'am and Dad have been talking all week about how beautiful the festival is going to be. I don't remember the last one very well. I was only 7, so I truly can't wait. I just know it's going to be wonderfully romantic. Me and you-know-who made a plan to find ourselves some privacy. There's a secret overlook just east of Miss Ava's house. All you have to do is squeeze through the laurel bushes growing at the edge of the cliff and then throw yourself off. Because, Lyric, I know you're reading this. I told you not to touch my diary. Whoops.
Huh?
Busted. How does she always know? I wonder if that's her and Isaac, though. Kelsey says playing with dolls is for babies. I should hide my castle before she stays over again. Kelsey does not sound like a very nice friend. Sir Cuddles, brave defender of the bedroom kingdom, how fare thee? Give thy lady princess a full report on the day's events. Nothing to report, huh? What a boring kingdom. What should I wear for the festival tonight? Oh, changing to green. Green like a grasshopper on a leaf. I love it. Okay, and then, is this Isla's bed? Isla hates it when I touch her things, but Nana says it's important to keep the whole inn tidy. Let's leave the bed messy. That's not my bed. We're gonna leave that. I think Isla would be really annoyed at her younger sister for making her bed. Alright, and I think, let's just make sure we didn't miss anything outside to the left here. Oh, there's nothing there. So I think we're gonna go ahead and start the evening. Ready to help dish up, Lyric? It's nearly time for dinner. I'm ready to help. I can't wait for dinner to start.
Oh.
Happy to hear it. I knew I could count on you. Isla, loath as I am to pull you away from your music, it's time to dish up. Come help your sister. Now, it might look like there's plenty of food, but with the entire village coming to dinner, we can't afford to drop a single morsel. Well, I've only taken a few bites, but I have to say this meal already lives up to the occasion. Compliments to the chef. I have to agree. Delicious as usual, Caroline. You flatter me, gentlemen. It's nothing special, honestly. Maybe a bit more garlic in the potatoes than usual. A bit more. Call me old-fashioned, but I can hardly taste the vegetables underneath all these spices. You know, when your father used to make his signature mashed potatoes, he would just put the tiniest sprinkle of... I know. A sprinkle of thyme and a dash of rosemary. I'm using my own recipe here, not Dad's ancient one. And what's wrong with tradition? We have recipes that have been in the family longer than the sleepy dragon itself. Elspeth, I don't think your daughter is saying there's anything wrong with how Fergus used to make them. Hey, Lyric. Thanks for sitting at this table instead of with your friends. I can't imagine a more boring conversation. No problem. I didn't want you to get stuck listening to Mam and Nana bicker all by yourself. The culinary arts have come a long way since the Bronze Age, ma'am. It isn't disrespectful to add a modern flair to an old dish. Culinary arts. Pah! Globbing heaps of haphazard fixings on your plate until you can barely taste a thing. You whippersnappers simply don't appreciate... So, Kelsey really broke into that man's house? He doesn't look very friendly. I wonder what his deal is. I went in too. Actually, me and Kelsey went in there together. I think he used to be an adventurer. He has this big sword and everything. Whoa, really? That was pretty dangerous, Lyric, but also pretty cool. What's he doing in Pyrelight then? Dunno. I don't think I want him here though. He looks so angry all the time. So it sounds as though we can all agree there's value in tradition as well as being open to new ideas. I certainly think so. Take blacksmithing, for example. I like that there's these two conversations happening. We should give him a chance. He's probably got some dark, tragic secret in his past. You know how adventurers are. Speaking of...
The adventurers what passed through our village. Didn't care for them in those days. Didn't understand. In truth, they were heroes, out braving the dangers of the world and making it safer for the rest of us. But through the eyes of a little girl, they were cold, arrogant, certainly not deserving of the care Mom and Dad showed them.
Back to your plates, ladies. You're gawking like you've never seen a rude adventurer before. They didn't even notice we were all sitting down to a village dinner. Imagine being that self-absorbed. Just their way, isn't it? It's nothing new. Certainly not. My own grandmother would go on and on to anyone who'd listen about how boorish and oblivious adventurers could be. Ma'am, may I be excused? I want to see if my friends are done so we can find a good spot to watch the Pyrelights. You finished your dinner already? Stars above, you're going to choke if you eat any faster. What about your face, Sprouts? I ate most of them. Well, then you can watch most of the Pyrelights before I send you up to bed, unless you'd rather finish your Sprouts. Okay, I'll finish them. like these little scenes. Oh my gosh. So much energy. I'm like really worried that something is gonna happen. All right, Heart, I tell you to be on your best behavior, but I know you're already planning on it. Your mother and I are going to watch the lights with some of the other grown-ups. We're going to be drinking. Stars, James, she knows what wine is and why it's a drink for adults. Don't you, Lyric? Yep, wine is what you drink with your friends that makes you all loud and annoying and laugh at jokes that aren't funny. Can't tell if that was sarcasm or not. She really is our daughter, isn't she? Well, she's mine at least. I've actually been meaning to tell you about a dashing adventure I met around 9 years ago. Very funny. Dashing or not, no adventurer could have peeled your eyes away from this handsome devil. What was that about sarcasm again? Have a good time, Lyric. We'll come find you in an hour or two when it's time for bed. We love you, Heart. If you need anything, go bother your sister. Love you too, Dad. I will. Okay. Alright, let's see. What's happening over here? What are you doing down here, Lyric? The show's starting soon. Get up to the overlook with your friends. Ahem. Thousands of twinkling lights rising over the lake. You're going to love the sight, dear. Oh, there's my sister waiting for someone. Oh, hey, Minnow. Did you need something? Waiting for Jackdaw? I'm fine, but what about you? Are you waiting for Jackdaw? What? How did you... I don't know what you're talking about. Who is Jackdaw? Isaac, obviously. I intercepted a secret note. Who else would it have been from? I still don't know what you're talking about, but shut up about it, all right? Just hush. Anyway, shouldn't you be up at the overlook by now? Your little friends are going to claim all the best spots. Right, and then this is the creepy windmill where people hear ghosts. Oh, it's not going to let me go down there. Almost time for the Pyrelights. Okay. And then I think Finley was running around over here. Or maybe it's Graham? I can't tell. Hey, Lyric. I hope you and Kelsey can still make up. Tonight won't be as much fun if we can't all enjoy it together. Okay, so let's see if Kelsey is willing to forgive me. We can watch the Pyrelights together, but I'm still mad at you. Mother wouldn't let me have any dragonberry pie. Oh, well, I have the recipe now, so I can make it. Alright. And I think before we start the Pyrelights, I think this is where I'm going to end it for today. So in our next episode, we'll get to see the Pyrelight show. And I don't know, I feel like something is going to happen. So this seems a little bit too peaceful, even for a peaceful, cozy game. So I will see you all next time. I hope you enjoyed. And if you can, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. All right. Thanks all. See you next time. Goodbye.